Hello, as part of our Adobe Photoshop skills build, we will be adding a burger into an unrelated image using two methods that I will demonstrate today. The first is layer mask and basic selection, but we will be starting with basic selection first. Essentially, we'll be using the magnetic marquee tool, which we have done previously, and form an additional layer which we will transfer over to the new image. So as you can see, we have people, and we're going to put it kind of in the center here. So we have our magnetic marquee tool, and we're just going to drag it over. As you can see in my previous video, I was talking about how the magnetic marquee tool is good for sharp defined edges where there's a sharp color contrast. And yeah, so because we want to make sure that it adjusts to the brightness of the day, first we will adjust the contrast so it's more contrast, and you'll try color, but you see it isn't too well, so we're just going to reverse that. And a marquee tool, as I demonstrate now, it doesn't quite sit right at the moment because you see the white sesame seeds at the top of the bun. It kind of like the magnetic marquee tool just assumes that the sesame seeds are part of the background as well. So this method is more time consuming, but it is still a viable method. So this is a fast forwarded version of my attempt to use the tool. Admittedly, this was not the most efficient way I could have done it. The more efficient method will be shown later. You see areas with high contrast, as in the shadow, it'll go by really quickly. And with the bacon, and see we have our marching ants or our marquee. Command J, copy paste the layer, and copy paste it into our people image. So now we can use our free transform tool, as I'm doing now, to adjust it however way you want. Then you can add another burger as well, free transform, and let's put it at the side as well. It could be like a group competition between these two groups that are standing apart, and now they're comparing their final results. Like, that's the story I'm hoping to get from this. Just adjust it however you want. Then yes, as you can see, the free transform also has a rotate function that is much better than our adjustments panel. You want to make sure that everything looks kind of right. I feel that I should have added shadows at this point to make it seem more believable that it's like part of the scene, but I could not find it at this point of time. So yeah. Let's just, for fun's sake, let's just put a burger on somebody's head because we can. And essentially, isn't that what every teenager wants to do with Photoshop? Just put a burger on somebody's head? Nothing malicious intended. Moving on to the second method, using layer mask from the background layer to essentially do the same thing as in the first method. So let us take a look at our screen again. I've created another layer that's unnecessary. So now we have this, we go to our background, we right click, layer, and we just gonna name it layer 1000 because we can. So now you can see it kind of drags back. Okay, wait. So just slowly just drag the background away. So our layer 1000 becomes the background, the non-existent background. So our burger can do anything. It can be put to any scene essentially. Copy, and we paste it, and now you can see that it forms exactly the same results as our magnetic marquee tool, except with half the time. So shorter steps, less time spent, altogether a very useful tool. So we can zoom in even closer. You can see it doesn't really quite sit right. This is no offense to the person in the picture, but this is just for learning's sake, if you can call it like that. So the burger, you can just put it anywhere you want. You're gonna have burgers fly in the air and as well to replace the cloud. And yeah, but I think from the original image we were given in the brief, should only have one burger. So that is how I will submit as my final work. Thanks for watching.